What did you dislike?
I'm gonna have to go back and look at the film. I like the fact that they went on their runs and we didn't let it rattle us. We, sustained our effort. Turned up the defense in that fourth quarter. Again, they hit some big-time shots, some tough shots. Again, I'll have to go back and look at the film and really just observe exactly where we can continue to get better.
With them so undermanned tonight, how did Carrington hurt you guys as much as he did?
32 points. He was hitting some tough ones, but just knowing that young man, how hard he works and everything that he's been through. This young man continues to show up every single day, and that's what you see on the film when you watch him play. You see his care factor, you see his work ethic. You can tell he's putting in the work because he cares about the game and cares about trying to find a way to put his teammates in the best position to be successful.
How much did he impress you and your colleagues in the pre-draft?
He's been impressive since we've watched him in college, and I know that he's a heck of a player. And the fact that he cares a ton, and he wants to do the right thing, play the right way. He's a tough kid, and he's got a chance to be special in this league.
How key has your team's ability to draw free throws been to keeping you guys afloat this year?
It's been big. I think our guys being able to get to the line, attack the basket, because we know teams are just shrinking the floor, packing the paint in. Again, sometimes you're able to kick it out. The other times you're able to get downhill, find the right situation, and us getting to the free throw line, slows the game down for us. But it also, sometimes it gets guys in foul trouble. So our ability to do that is key for us.
How would you best describe Paolo's performance tonight?
33, 18, and 8. He keeps flirting with triple doubles. So his ability to make the right play, make the right pass, rebound the basketball, push the break, all of those small things within the game are huge for us. And what the points he's generating, but also the points he's generating for others as well because of the double teams.
Franz as well, he seemed pretty dominant there in the second half.
Yeah, I think these two young men just find ways. Finding ways to keep going, to push. When they went on that run, those guys found a way. That group came in there and put the ball in the hole. They defended the right way. They shared the basketball. They attacked the basket. All of those things that we're going to continue to need down the stretch.
I know we've talked about it several times in recent games, but Jonathan Isaac's defense seemed to really be a big factor tonight.
I thought J.I. was really, really good. Block shots, playing around the rim, created more turnovers. I think being able to get us, that was part of the time we got the stops in order to get out on the break when they were making that run back. I think it was great for him. But again, his intensity, his focus, again, for us, is going to be huge down the stretch.
You'll have several days off now to prepare for the homestand coming up. Just how important will it be to gear up?
It's very big to get our mind, our body, and our spirit right. Going into these next couple games, I think having 4 on the back end. Just being able to focus on what we need to do, how we can continue to improve, come together when we get back home and get the rest that's necessary.
I know how you guys have to win these final 4 games, but that in mind, how gassed do you feel Paolo and Franz are with the postseason not too far away?
I think in the NBA right now at this point, everybody that's going into the postseason there's a level of exhaustion, there's a level of nicks and bumps and bruises. So no more than anyone else that is getting ready to walk into the postseason. So we understand that. They felt that last year. They understand how to take care of their bodies, get the rest that they need, getting the recovery that they need. I think those things are all very important.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Paolo, what helped you guys gain control in that fourth quarter?
I think our defense, getting stops and then converting on the offensive end. We know that in order for us to win games, our defense is going to have to be what carries us. So I think we were able to just get stops, kind of turn off some of their guys that were going, get a win.
You obviously built up the stat sheet. What helped you have an all-around game today?
I think just getting on the boards early. I think that always helps my game when I'm able to get on the glass and just kind of getting the ball in my hands. It makes you feel involved without having to do too much on the offense end when you grab a rebound. So I think just getting on the glass and trying to get my teammates involved.
Has rebounding been a focus area for you lately?
I think it's always a focus area. I always think I can rebound a little better. My mom, that's something that she's always on me about. She wants me to average 10 rebounds. So that's something that I try to work on.
When you're attacking the basket, how do you make sure if there's a man open on the perimeter, you're locating him versus you going all the way to the basket? What's sort of the balance there?
Yeah, I think I just have a good feel now. I've been playing, a couple years. I know when I drive and I turn my back, usually there's a guy coming to try and get a sneak steal. So trying to just have that feel when you drive and you get cut off, knowing that there's a second defender coming and being able to look and make the pass when the defender commits, and trying to just get better and better at it. I think I still had some turnovers I could have prevented, but I think just getting a feel for how defenses are trying to guard me.
You have a few days now to prepare for those last 4 games. Just how important will it be to get back in the gym and gear up for those important contests?
Oh yeah, it's going to be very important. Last 4 games, are going to be tough games against good teams. But first, I'll be watching those Duke Blue Devils, so that's where my head's at right now.
Good? Okay.
Team's performance tonight.
I thought we just played all right, especially in the third quarter. I didn't like our focus, and we knew that they weren't gonna let up. So I think we can play a lot better, like I said, especially in the second half. But I guess we stayed together and kept trying to find good shots. And realized that pretty quickly, I think, when we didn't play as well together.
Where's the team's confidence in its offense right now?
I think we're confident. Yeah, I think we've improved a lot, I think, these last couple of weeks. And obviously know that we need to focus on that, though.
Where have the biggest improvements been that you've seen?
I think just understanding how we create advantages, understand that we got to play fast, and also just moving the ball, to the second and third side. I think just having an understanding of that and being more consistent with that.
The numbers obviously suggest Paolo had a dominant game, but being on the court with that, just how dominant did it feel?
Yeah, I mean, even on the plays where he makes a play that might not show up in the stat sheet, he's I don't know what the percentage is, but whenever we need a bucket, pretty much we just throw it to him in the post, and it creates an easy opportunity either for him or for others.
You guys are now 18-4 when you shoot at least 36% from three. Shot a little over 36 today. What does that say about the team? Does it just mean that you pretty much do most other things really well, and if you can shoot at least reasonably well from three, that just gives you a major advantage?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
How would you assess your game tonight?
I thought I played all right. I thought in the third, like I alluded to earlier, I thought, I was a culprit of, a couple quick shots. That kind of led to a couple of the easy points in transition. Other than that, I thought I played a decent game.
When you're making your move toward the basket, how much of it is you being aggressive, trying to score at the basket versus looking for teammates on the court?
I think everything is just, I'm looking to score and then just make a play. I think no one's going to help if you're not trying to look at the basket. So I think that's my mentality.
Franz, how have you improved as a playmaker over the last season?
I think a lot. I think a lot has to do with getting closer to the basket, still under control, and still being able to see when a second and third defender is there. And obviously, as you play more games in the NBA, you just get more comfortable, and a couple actions slow down a little bit. You know where certain passes are going to be.
At what stage after your return from the oblique did you feel all the way back and back into a rhythm?
I don't know. I feel like after the oblique, it was kind of up and down for me, as was for the team. And honestly, I think I had a couple good games where I felt really good, and then maybe one or two in a row where I didn't feel as well. But I think that's part of a long season.
How important will it be these next few games to prepare for the next 4 games?
Yeah, it's really important. Obviously we're not locked into a spot yet, and we play Atlanta 2 more times. So obviously those are going to be really big games. I think it's just going to be a good challenge for us. The way the season has gone, we still got a shot at the playoffs. So I think that's exciting. Nice. Thank you.